Warning: stupidity and a lack of grammar lies ahead of this video. I suggest you utilize the transcription found on the post linked down below. You have been warned.
I really took my time with this. Welcome to a video that doesn't make sense. I didn't want to do this video because we already talked in game and I think I said everything I wanted to say. But I like being original and weird. So I'm going to give you 3 games that two guys can maybe get inspired on. Tenchu 3 Wrath of Heaven for PlayStation 2. One Piece Grand Battle Rush for PlayStation 2 and Blade and Soul for PC. Let's start with Tenchu. The original suggestion was Dark Souls, but I heard you talking about the dodge roll of Dark Souls in one of your videos, so I thought, maybe I need another game, because I really don't like the PvP in that game. I have played all of the game this series, even Bloodborne, and really, it is really unbalanced and inaccessible for new players. Oh, there's Tenchu. Tenchu is a series of stealth games from Soft. What a stupid name. Tenchu is a series of stealth games by the creator of Dark Souls, and the way they move in that game really reminds me of Two Kinds Online. In fact, you can jump, double jump, really crouch, roll to also be silent and faster, execute an enemy, attack. She took some steps forward, take note, block. The animation really reminds me of Two Kinds, really. Grab. This breaks the block. You could use something like this. Use an item. Lock on by holding down a button. And you can quick step when locking. Without invincibility, I might add.
Fatti un volo! Fatti un volo! Sto morendo!
Let's see some footage that I surely didn't steal from the internet. This is a co-op boss rush. So what can you learn from this? I think 2 things. 2 kinds. 1. Maybe I'm just a sucker for these things, but I really like when bosses can be used in like versus mode. They demonstrate that they don't cheat, they just play too good. In fact, in Tenchu, you can attack a boss only when they are attacking. If you try to attack them like in a normal state, they just block everything. I think it's better to give the AI players the same skills and option that a player has. It helps with the roleplay, and if you'll ever do things like raids and such, you can make those more unique. 2. When I found a problem during the test, you were fast to reassure me that there's going to be skills. Skills for everything. I know that they are the focus of the system, but I don't know, I want to create another character and do PvP right away. Will I be able to do it? Or they are going to be so important that you'll need to grind first? Tenchu has some skills too. And note, they are activated via button combinations. since you can add inputs to a controller. So, in short, remember that passives and combinations are good for skills too, and don't make them indispensable, especially for a certain playstyle, like I want to use a bow, but if you don't have like the shooting while dodging skill, oh no, bows are not viable at level 1. Let's proceed. During our chit chat, I suggest that you remove the stun in favor of maybe a knockback, but you wanted your combo system. Fine! This is a 3D chibi fighting game inspired by the anime One Piece, which I don't like very much to be honest. Listen to this. You have 2 buttons, 2 kites, X and circle. X are attacks aimed at the ground. Circle is for attacks aimed at the air. Combine 3 times X and circle in any order and you get a combo. That's it. This game is very intuitive, but especially fun. Yes, the strategy is all in the positioning and baiting, yes, and it has some advanced moves, but you'll see for yourself.
Inhuman reactions!
This game is very intuitive, but especially
fun.
So, what can you learn from this? 1. Simple doesn't mean without depth. If your game have mind games and such, you know you made a good work. 2. Jumping is both fun and intuitive mechanic for a game. Everyone can understand to jump over an attack. You should really use this. Just make jumping somewhat risky, like inserting a delay on the landing, heading anti-air attacks, or just whatever. A normal suggestion. Strange. Short story, I never liked MMOs in the past. I usually got bored at the combat or at the slow leveling, but I heard that with time those games got better. So I picked up one of them that was going to come out, and that day I had a blast. For this game, I have rewritten the script like 4 times by now. There's so much to say, but that much is like me telling my experiences, not like talking about the game. With this speech, if I can get you interested in the game, good. Because this game I recommend you play. Tenchu maybe you could try it, but One Piece? Nah, don't worry. Look, this game even has a furry race too. Oh wait, your avatar is a dragon. Forget what I said. So what this game has to offer? The story in this game isn't book great, but is enjoyable. I really like the presence of cutscenes and voice acting, still only for the NPCs that partake in the storyline. The combat is a mix between a classic MMO and a flashy hack and slash. This game can be played on a controller. This speaks for itself. Most of the buttons can change depending on the situation. It works really well, but since some skills are like hidden, and show up only when the situation is proper, you take a long time to get used to all the skills you have. And buttons like Q and E doesn't even show up on the hotbar. You need to know by looking at the skill tree. Hits always go on target, but you have evasive moves. You just double tap a direction and you dodge in that direction and be invincible during it. It helps that the animation is very fast, so you have to be precise with this, and the skill has a long cooldown too. Crowd control skills are interesting. You can grab, dazed, stun, unconscious or knock down an enemy. Only grab is really unique, the other four do pretty much the same thing. When fighting a boss, under his health bar, you'll see like empty indicators. You need to stack 2 or 3 times the same effect, and the boss will only get affected if you feel all the indicator. It's a simple system, but it's both easy to understand and forces party to work together. I won't talk about the world, other than the Chinese art style is really cool, but it functions like a normal MMO, except for server handling. I think this game is a little exaggerated. You have 2 mega servers, Europe and America. Okay? Every mega servers have like 20 servers. And every server have like 3 channels per zone. And every zone can be affected by a event. For example, I go to Embarrassed City. For plot reasons, I see Embarrassed City on fire. I can only see the players that are experiencing the same event at the same time. Knowing this, you'll never be like, oh no, the city is burning, it's gonna get destroyed. But probably you'll have a friend online in that town, maybe shopping. So yeah, immersion is ruined. Even worse for dungeons. You can't enter a dungeon if you don't have a quest active, okay? But some dungeons have the label of solo dungeons. So you're playing with friends like, okay, let's do this quest together, and you enter, and you don't see your friends anymore, you're gonna be like, oh no, the bad guy is gonna ambush me or something, okay? So not only you'll get spoiled of the surprise, but you get divided by your friends too. Please, if you ever do insert a main quest in 2 kinds of line, let players play together. Speaking about players, the classes and races in this game are really simple. No race have stats or special effects, and classes don't follow the normal healer, tank and DPS meta. Everyone does damage. Yes, maybe some classes have like tanky sides of healing spells, but classes won't force your playstyle, and that's cool. And now for my favorite part, customization. I'm not a fanatic of customization. I prefer balance over custom stuff. Yes, the character creator is fine, but the equipment? You have one-piece clothing. You think maybe players will get annoyed by this, but no, the clothes are just so beautiful that everyone just like it. And since doing clothes for this game is rather simple, both developers and players are happy. But what stats do they give? You have the one-piece clothing, accessory, and a thing called Soul Shield, that is a circle divided in 8 parts. Accessories and Soul Shield part do give stats, but the clothing that you have, no. I really like this. But the best part is, how do you obtain these things? Doing like the first quest will give you one of each thing. Story quests always give you a certain item that, if used with your current equipment, will transform it into a better thing. This goes on to nearly max level. You know how the progression feels like in this game? Not like an MMO, but like an adventure game, like The Legend of Zelda, where the protagonist just found better equipment that was like destined for him. Yes, this doesn't leave much choice, because you need to do 90% of the game with the starting weapon upgraded by doing main quest, but I think like the main story learn you the ropes of the game, and when you have finished the main story, you have enough knowledge to know when it's good for your class. So in short, Blade & Soul maybe lacks the depth that other MMOs have, but it's genuine fun, and that's what matters for me. Oh, I forgot something. PvP and raids. Raids are fun, and even if players are like divided in 2 billion servers, you get a cross-server matchmaking. And PvP has cool modes like one-on-one, 3-on-3 tag match, 6v6 conquest the voids mode, and players are scaled to the max level, but there's one problem. For lore reasons, you can unlock an OP version of your skill that maybe has more cooldown, but it can one-shot. What a shame. And I think that's it for today. Now I will leave you with a collection of bugs that I found in the playtest. Bye! Wait, what? No!